I, like every woman, dreamed of becoming a mother and wanted to have a healthy baby. When my husband and I saw the long-awaited 2 stripes on the test, we were very happy. At 6 weeks I went to the gynecologist and got registered. And at 12 weeks I went and had my first ultrasound exam. It was so touching and so exciting when I heard the heartbeat of my baby. But the look on the doctor's face, I immediately realized that my baby was something wrong. The doctor started talking in some awfully clever medical terms. But I immediately realized the most important thing. It was possible that my baby would be born with Down syndrome. I was just in shock. How could this happen? My doctor referred me for additional examinations to geneticists. Then I had to have another ultrasound scan to confirm the diagnosis. I barely left the clinic, I cried my eyes out. I could not believe that this was happening to me. And if the diagnosis is confirmed, then what to do? An abortion. But my husband and I had been dreaming about having a baby. But would my husband want such a child? So I decided not to tell my husband anything yet. I spent the next 2 weeks reading about babies with Downs. I even went to a rehabilitation center, where I talked to the moms of these children. I realized that they are normal kids, they are just a little bit retarded. And otherwise they behave just like other children. They play and talk. Their mothers were happy because they decided to keep their children after all, and they didn't have an abortion. I realized that if everything was confirmed and the doctor suggested I have an abortion, I would not agree to it. I could already feel my baby moving inside me, and I knew I would not be able to keep it. The diagnosis was confirmed. I was going to have a baby with Down syndrome. During this time I had gotten used to the idea, so I was not very surprised at the news. I still couldn't make up my mind to tell my husband about it, so I decided to go in from afar. I told a story about a woman who seemed to be sitting in line with me at the antenatal clinic. She was due to have a baby with Down syndrome. She decided to keep it. My husband listened to the story. And then he said that he would never keep a baby like that. I thought about it and never admitted to my husband that this was the kind of baby we were supposed to have. I thought that when our baby was born, my husband wouldn't care. I didn't even say anything to my mom. I just said we were having a boy. At the appointed time, I gave birth to a boy. I sent my husband pictures of my son where it didn't look like there was anything wrong with the baby. But the truth came out right after I was discharged from the hospital. There's something wrong with him. My husband whispered to me as the nurse handed him the package with our son. We will talk about it at home, I answered. At home I confessed everything to my husband. He was very angry, shouting that he would sue the doctors, that they should have told us about it earlier. That's when I confessed to my husband that I had known all along. I didn't tell him, because I was afraid my husband would want to get rid of our son. And I couldn't keep him. My husband never spoke to me again. A whole week went by. My husband never came near me or my son. All this time I hoped that things would get better, that he would get used to them. But when our son turned 1 month old, my husband just packed his things and left. I don't want to and can't live with you. I can't see this baby. And you tricked me. You decided everything for me. I won't live with you. What about our son? I mean, he needs care and nurturing. He needs a father. I tried to get through to my husband. You shouldn't have given birth to a sick child. You're the one who decided to keep him. Now raise him on your own. So he left, and I was left with a 1-month-old sick baby in my arms. A whole year went by. During that year my son and I went the hard way. My son is developing, growing. My husband and I are divorced. He only remits child support for his son. My mother-in-law and father-in-law do not communicate with me either. Only my mother helps me with everything. Do I regret leaving my child? No, I don't. My only regret is that I didn't tell my husband the truth right away. I don't know what that would have changed though. But anyway, I'm very happy to have a child that I love very much.